How to stop being lazy for Fajr. How do you wake up for Fajr? And I don't mean waking up for a day or two, but how do you keep waking up for Fajr constantly, every day, without fail? There's loads and loads of websites online giving you tips and advice on how to wake up early. But our focus is not on worldly tips, which should be taken by all means, but our focus is on the spiritual means. Waking up for Fajr in the morning, an obligation many of us skip due to pure laziness. Because the bed sheets are softer, because our eyelids feel too heavy, because we need the extra hours of sleep after writing a 5-hour paper, or we need the sleep because we have to work in the morning. Tip number 1, be prepared for your battle against Shaitan every morning. You wake up for a good salary, you wake up for school, you wake up for a job. Why can't you wake up for your morning salah? Why is it so hard? Because there's a big enemy working against you, Shaitan. When your eyes open at the time of Fajr or your alarm goes off, the whispers of Shaitan will begin. Fight him off. You are better than Shaitan. Number 2, make wudu before you sleep. Ibn Abbas reported that Allah's messenger said, "Purify these bodies and Allah will purify you. For there is no slave who goes to sleep in a state of purity, but an angel spends the night with him. And every time he turns over, the angel says, 'O Allah, forgive your slave, for he went to bed in a state of purity.'" Do you think that such a person would be left to oversleep and miss Fajr? Number 3, put some humor into your mornings. Sometimes I like to mess with Shaitan. I'll wake up and I know Shaitan's there whispering in my ear, so I'll close my eyes again and pretend to sleep and trick him. And I'll jump up like, haha, not this time, Shaitan, try harder. Number 4, ask Allah for help. Every day when you read Surah Al-Fatiha, at least 32 times a day, you recite the verse, "You alone we worship, and you alone we seek help from." You want to worship Allah? Yes! You need His help then. You want to wake up for Fajr? Yes, please. Guess what? You need Allah. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot wake up for Fajr without Allah's help. Now ask yourself the question, what can I do to show Allah that I truly and utterly want to wake up for Fajr? Well, make dua. Ask Allah. Allah loves those who ask of Him and rely on Him. So keep asking Allah and do not lose hope. I have an upcoming video on the power of dua, so stay tuned for that. Number 5, have a strong, solid belief and intention of waking up for Fajr. Have you ever had days when you're about to go to sleep and you have this deep feeling that you'll definitely wake up for Fajr? And have you ever had days where you know for certain that you'll oversleep? Imagine the 2 scenarios, which I'm sure some of us have gone through. Scenario number 1, you feel high with Iman. You've prayed your witr, read some Quran, and even though you've got 2 hours of sleep till Fajr, you're certain you'll wake up because you've set your mind, heart, and body to make sure you wake up. In fact, sometimes you keep on waking up in the middle of the night thinking it's Fajr time out of fear that you're going to miss it. If you haven't experienced this, think of a time when you had to catch an early flight, or a bus or train, and think of how your mind, heart, and body were switched on. And it doesn't matter what time you slept, you woke up. Scenario number 2, there are days deep down when you really don't want to wake up. You hope that you'll oversleep, so you might feel less guilty about it. And Allah may have mercy upon you and still wake you up. And that's when the battle with the snooze alarm starts. And the classic Shaitan trick, just 5 more minutes, begins. How do we maintain scenario number 1 every day? With these 2 scenarios, one details a feeling deep down inside that you're definitely waking up, and another where you know you won't wake up because deep down inside you don't want to, and you're not ready to take the fight against Shaitan of waking up the next morning. Once your intention is clear, you will be more prepared to fight the obstacles coming your way. Here are 6 spiritual tools to help you achieve scenario number 1 consistently. 1. Know who Allah is. This is the key and number 1 tool in waking up for Fajr. If you know who you're worshipping, and you know that He requests that you get up in the morning and pray to Him, you'll wake up. It's our lack of understanding of who Allah is that makes us slump into scenario number 2 all the time. Know your Lord. That's key. Number 2, sincerity. Be sincere about waking up for Fajr. Don't just say to yourself, Inshallah, it'll be nice if I wake up for Fajr. Be sincere about it and say, I will wake up for Fajr. I find it useful sometimes to talk about it before going to sleep and say, I will wake up for Fajr. I don't care how, but I definitely will. Number 3, remember the rewards attached to Fajr Salah. From being safe from being a hypocrite, to having light on the Day of Judgment, to being under Allah's protection the whole day, to having laziness removed from us the day and being productive. Remember these rewards, and you'll surely wake up. Number 4, ask a friend or family member to wake you up. This is the number 1 rule for me to wake up. Get a friend, family member, or spouse to wake you up and help each other. If you get up before them, don't be selfish and make sure they're awake too. Number 5, nap in the afternoon. Another life hack taken from the Sunnah and recommended by many. Make sure you nap in the afternoon, just for 20 minutes. Yep, just 20 minutes. That's all you need. Number 6, and this is a hard one, but don't sleep after praying Fajr. It's in the Sunnah. Every hour you sleep after Fajr is taken as negative. Instead of staying up after Isha and completing extra work or engaging in extracurriculars, shift your schedule to a morning routine of things you need to complete after Fajr. And remember the saying, early to bed, early to rise, makes a human healthy, wealthy, and wise. Do you think you're strong? Prove your strength by getting up for Fajr on time. Thank you.